you were starving to death, could you eat your own boogers? Oh my gosh, that's gross. Tongue color and what it says about your health, the cure for pimples, and are astronauts' bodies screwed over by space? Huh? Today we're diving into some of the strangest and most thought-provoking medical mysteries you've ever wondered about. Like going full on carnivore, and can you actually eat boogers in a survival situation? Get ready, because things are about to get interesting. No question is off limits, so let's dive right in, shall we? Hello. So I'm just asking out of curiosity, can women still lactate when they're not breastfeeding?
You're not pregnant.
Good question. See, there are other situations where you can actually still have production of breast milk, and it can be caused by many different things, including hormonal imbalance, herbs, supplements. There are other things that could occur that may look like lactation, but it's actually like discharge coming from the nipple. And these things range from infection to something more concerning like an underlying tumor. So if you have any abnormality relating to discharge from your nipple, definitely get it checked out by your healthcare provider. Is it true that humans can only handle 3 heart attacks? If so, is it also true that heart attacks can give you holes in your heart, which then could end your life? So first off, heart attack is when you get a blockage of one of the major blood vessels relating to the blood vessels of the heart. So then, is there a 3 strikes you're out kind of rule?
You can't throw an umpire out of the game. Yeah, all right. You're out of here.
There is not, no. You can have many heart attacks, hopefully you don't, but repeated damage to the heart will cause dysfunction of the function of the heart, leading to potential heart failure. Heart attacks don't literally leave holes, but they leave areas of tissue that are not functioning. Hello, Doc Wagner. Is there a cure for pimples, and does it have to do with genetics? There are multiple factors. Yes, there's a genetic component, there's a hormonal component, as well as obviously cleanliness of the skin. And unfortunately, some people are just more prone to it than others. Are there treatments for it? Yes. There are topical medications such as retinoids and benzoyl peroxide. So it's really important if you do suffer from acne, not to suffer by yourself. Like, go get checked out by a dermatologist to discuss your options and then go try them. So thinking about something like zinc, vitamin A, these are examples that might be beneficial to individuals who are having really bad or struggling with different types of acne. Hey doc, I had 2 surgeries to repair a laceration on my calf. Sorry about that. Every time I woke up from anesthesia, I had an extremely bitter taste in my mouth. Why?
Okay, here we go. How's everybody doing?
Good. Good so far.
So waking up after anesthesia and having a bitter taste in your mouth could be related to the medications that they use to sedate you and keep you down. But usually all of this is temporary and it will go away on its own. After procedures, make sure you drink plenty of fluids, and even before, in preparation for surgery, make sure that you're well hydrated before that time period where they tell you not to eat or drink anything. Question for you. I heard those astronauts have to stay in space even longer. So I'm curious, what happens to a human body in space? Anything bad? No! It does affect the human body, typically relating to muscle loss and bone loss. It also affects your immune system, where it actually weakens it. So they do know this, and so typically through medical evaluations, proper nutrition, and physical activity up in space, we're able to minimize all of this bone loss as well as muscle loss. And then obviously when they get back down to Earth, there's a transition period of time when they have gravity again. Make sure that they get good health evals to make sure that they don't then get further injured or sick. Anybody out there training to be an astronaut? Let me know your thoughts and weigh in for me. Is overshowering a real thing? Yes, it is. It is not great for your skin. Overshowering.
I'm trying to get out of the shower sooner, and then I ask myself, why? I mean, this is where I want to be.
Will actually strip your skin of its natural oils, a protective barrier, and make you more susceptible to skin irritation, redness. So if you are one that overshowers, maybe think about going every other day and think about moisturizing, as well as maybe turn the temperature down a little bit on that water. All right, number 7, how do you stop alien hand syndrome? Alien hand syndrome is a very rare syndrome at which the hand basically is acting on its own. And causes of this could be related to brain damage or even surgeries. They're not exactly sure why, but these sometimes will induce it. So keeping your hands occupied is one way to kind of get past or deal with a lot of the symptoms, but also rehabilitation. Hypothetical question. If you were starving to death, could you eat your own boogers? Oh my gosh, that's gross.
Don't pick your nose, hon.
So would you be able to? No. There's not enough nutrition in your boogers, and you probably don't have enough of them either. But what is your booger? It's like mucus, dead cells, and particles. There's nothing nutritious about it. So no, unfortunately, it won't help. So be careful out there. Why am I always tired, and how should I fix it? Also, I sleepwalk. Do you think that contributes to my tiredness?
Good night, SpongeBob.
So feeling constantly tired has many things that somebody should look into. It could be sleep patterns, your diet, eating late, or having caffeine too late, insomnia, stress, a lot of different things. So sleepwalking, typically it's not dangerous per se, but it disrupts your normal sleep, resulting in feeling fatigued during the day. So the best things that you can do to help improve your sleep would be, stay hydrated and make sure you're on a continuous pattern. But if you're having trouble sleeping and you've tried all this stuff, there are supplements out there that can be beneficial for individuals. And if you're interested, I formulated this supplement called Do Not Disturb. It's melatonin free and has L-theanine, magnesium, avodia, and passion flower in it to help you get a better night's sleep. So if you're interested in it, definitely check out lifehappens.com. We're also on Amazon. I know someone that has a pilonidal cyst. They say they may have to get surgery. What exactly is a pilonidal cyst?
Feed me!
You can talk.
A pilonidal cyst is related to a specific area near the tailbone. Typically is related to an ingrown hair or trauma to the area that leads to this formation of the cyst. And unfortunately, we see this a lot in the emergency department. It is very common for individuals to have reoccurrences of this, so a surgeon may need to go in there to actually take that capsule out so you don't have resurgence of continual pilonidal cysts. Hey doc, I want to know at what ages should the boy's body part fully open up?
You've changed, Joe, like I did when I went through puberty. Hey, you guys feel like playing some baseball?
I'm assuming it's related to the male genitalia, and so typically boys go through puberty anywhere from the ages of 9 to 14. Puberty is varied. Some people go through it early, some go through it later. So it's really good to have a conversation with your healthcare provider if you feel like you are delayed. There are multiple stages that individuals go through. It has to do with testicular size, hair growth, and hair patterns. So there are multiple different things that do occur to the body at that time. Remember that whole white dress color debate? Do you think it was so heavily influenced because some people are colorblind? I heard like 10% of guys are colorblind. Not sure if that is true or not.
I have light gray, medium gray, dark gray.
You do?
Man, I forgot. My bad. I'm colorblind.
You what?
So the whole white dress thing was a dress that broke the internet for a hot second.
First of all, this is a big story, dude. Read the papes. This thing is huge.
It was basically a dress that most people I think would see like white and gold, but then others would see blue and black. So it was quite interesting. It doesn't necessarily have to do with color blindness. It has to do with how your brain perceives color under certain light conditions. But color blindness in general does hit males a little bit more than females. Typically 8 to 10% of males are colorblind versus maybe less than 1% of females. So I want to know what colors you guys saw out there. Let me know in the comments. I'm not gonna lie, my tongue changes colors and is currently more white. Do I have cancer?
I don't like that. Put your tongue back in your mouth.
No, you likely do not have cancer. White is not a sign of cancer. There are many different things that can change the colors of our tongue, like medications that we're on, infections. So the things to worry about are like ulcers or lumps and bumps that are persistent and won't go away. These need to be evaluated by a healthcare provider. We have no problems going over and discussing any unique colors or any lumps or bumps we want to know about. Real talk, what would happen if I only ate meat?
Oh, yeah. Oh, those are looking good. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
So if you only ate meat, you're definitely going to be missing some nutrients and vitamins within your diet itself. And so you might start seeing abnormalities over time. Now, using the carnivore diet as an elimination diet may be okay for a very short period of time, as almost trying to see if there are certain things that irritate your gut lining and seeing what may help it or hurt it as you reintroduce food back into your systems. Why am I constantly shaking for the last 8 years?
Oh, look at me. I'm shaking in my little space boots.
There are many different reasons why, depending on how you're shaking. And are you conscious when you're actually shaking? Do you fall asleep? Are you having a seizure? So again, if you're shaking, you think about too much caffeine. Are you maybe really anxious and nervous? This individual, please get checked out to see why you might be having this shaking and address it. All right, so Discord questions, you guys are killing it. I appreciate you guys being on the Discord and sending me lots of questions. Keep bringing them. This is a really good way for me to address questions and medical thoughts and concerns. So please continue to do that and definitely binge watch this playlist right here. And as always, make sure you subscribe, turn your bell notifications on, and hit that like button for me. Let's keep this channel growing. Thank you so much and stay healthy, my friends.